It's lovely to see you all. I know it has been quite a while, so I will try not to torture you with long speeches. Just perhaps a few things from my own experience. So we heard a really lovely speech about art, about artists, about how we can interpret art and how maybe everyone is an artist. And in the past 5 years, actually, I lived right across the street from the Contemporary Art Center back in Lithuania, in Vilnius. And on the wall in there, just in front of my windows, there's a big sign saying, "Everyone is an artist, but only artists know that." At first, I was quite shocked with that phrase. I didn't agree with it. I thought, no, a lot of people can be whatever they want to be. It's not only the artists that can know that they are, and so on and so forth. And after a lot of contemplation, actually, while talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, about the change, about how are we the change, how every one of us can make a change, I kind of thought about the phrase, and it came to my mind. Is everyone a change maker, but only the ones who does actually do it know it? And I personally think that while we talk about teaching people on the Sustainable Development Goals, while we talk about teaching them how to implement the agenda, how to be a part of it, we should talk about how every one of us is a change maker and how we know that we collectively, doesn't matter, young people, older people, seniors, as it was mentioned previously, it doesn't matter who, but every one of us is a change maker bit by bit, and we can be whoever we want to be. As a young person, I went through a lot of stages of who I wanted to be. I wanted to be a performer, a journalist, an archaeologist, best days of life digging out some bird's bones in a backyard. And I realized in the end of the day that I actually wanted to be a doctor. No reason at all. I just felt drawn to it. So I'm currently on a pathway to graduation, and I will hopefully become a medical doctor in a few months. And I thought that most likely it's about the same change, the same word change. I wanted to change something. Whether it's an individual life, to make something better for a person, whether it is a group of lives, if we talk more about public health, more global health issues, systems, etc. And I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of the change culture, of the social welfare. And I think a lot of that comes from back in the days when I had so many wishes who I want to be, that I went through so many groups and trying out to be different personalities, trying to be different social activities after school. I went to basketball, I went to music school, I went to UNESCO club, to all of those places, and it educated me so much. I believe a lot of things, 90% of things could be fixed by education. And not only formal, and I'm sorry for if I insult any formal education fans in here, but I personally found a lot of good in non-formal education, in after-class activities, in workshops, in trainings. And I felt that after attending years of weekends away from home, interacting with other people, learning from each other, I learned so much. And I saw so many people growing in so many different ways. I saw them from most indifferent guys playing cards in class and not caring about the world, becoming activists for gender equality in classes. After attending a workshop on, funny name actually, it was sharing the same pants, I think, when they talked about men and women being able to be in each other's shoes, share each other's pants, and actually understand what did they go through. And I saw people change after 4 days of interactive sessions, learning from each other, becoming social activists for gender equality, which was amazing. I feel that the best fulfillment comes when you actually see people making steps towards something better. People going out of their comfort zone, going a little bit step further than they might feel comfortable at, and actually being able to change for the better. And I believe that we all should be able to drag our friends into this. If we are the change ourselves, and I'm pretty sure that each and every one of you who are in this room, you knew probably about this event because you are the person who wants more. You are the person who wants to change. You are the person that knows about SDGs and sustainable development in 2030. But I would like to challenge you to make your environment know about it. Make your friends know about it. Make your colleagues know about it. And not only know about it, but make them be their best. Today in one of the side events, one of the speakers said that if we all do our best, if we all be our best, maybe we wouldn't even need a sustainable development agenda. Maybe we wouldn't talk about some goals that we need to reach because we would be already at a point where we are our best, where we're doing our best for our environment, for our communities, for the people, for ourselves. And I think that all of us here can actually influence a person who would influence a person and make that chain happen in the end. For now, I work with the International Federation of Medical Students. We work a lot on global initiatives. We unite 120 national member student associations worldwide. It's around 1 million medical students. And the best experiences ever is if it's possible to see what they do on the ground. We have amazing initiatives of students teaching about water sanitation in Indonesia, about students teaching menstrual hygiene in Pakistan, about nutrition, about child nutrition, about going to grassroots, to rural areas, sharing their knowledge, sharing their time, sharing their best efforts in order for societies, for marginalized societies, for societies that are less able to access the education, access the information, for them to be able to know more and for them to be able to develop more. And as a advocate within the UN, within the global organizations, I always try to bring those initiatives up and connect them somehow with what can enhance them, what can make them even better for what they do, and what can help those students, local groups, any type of young people making that change on the grassroots levels, being those catalysts of change and influencing the world for the better. And I would say that probably for the last words, we talk about governments taking ownership, governments doing something towards the sustainable development goals, waiting for the plans. We haven't seen yet anything happen in a year, et cetera, et cetera. But let's take this sustainable development as our own. Let's not wait for the governments to do a plan. Let's not wait for them to move. But always think to teach yourself to know more, to strive for the better, and be the best that you can. And if we all do that, I believe we would go even a step further what we would require from the governments and reach the whole sustainable development agenda. So without further ado, thank you for your attention, and enjoy your evening for the rest of the night.